Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. Welcome to another episode of Livewire TV. Livewire the TV is a place where we like to talk all about inspiring conversations that really ignite your business growth and accelerate your mindset. Each week, we bring on an expert in business to talk about a different area within business. So that could be business strategy, marketing, or even mindset. Now, Livewire TV is a part of Livewire Media, where we do corporate videography and video marketing. These broadcasts, they go out live 7 p.m. every Thursday, right here, 7 p.m. GMT time. This week, I've got a really exciting guest for you. I'm really excited to bring on my next guest because we're in a similar industry, but two, what he teaches is so profound, yet nobody else actually really does it quite like he does. So Mark, welcome to the show.
Hi Rahini, thank you for the great introduction, and it's great to be here with you.
Amazing, yeah. So Mark is the absolute king when it comes to getting PR and getting your business and even your face in front of the right people and having that right level of impact. There is literally nothing about PR that he does not know, which is why I'm really excited to have him on the show today. So in this show, we're talking all about the power of global media coverage, and that's exactly what Mark specifies in, helping businesses just like yours to get global media coverage, or even just local media coverage. But the main point being is that he helps you to get in front of the right people at the right time and create that right level of impact. Everything that he teaches, he's been there and done that. So he's been in some incredible publications, which I'll let him tell you all about. But Mark, tell us a bit about yourself and your background.
Thank you again for the lovely intro, Rahini. I'm Mark Stephen Pooler, the Global Profile Builder. I support entrepreneurs with digital media and digital marketing to become known globally. So that's written credibility articles, radio, television interviews, press release, social media engagement, social media growth, all to build the exposure and brand visibility of the client, creating a brand story around their product, service and business. And then we get them the visibility that they deserve. That leads to building trust. It builds the client's credibility and authority, and that leads to attracting clients.
Yeah. I suppose the question on a lot of people's minds, Mark, is getting PR expensive?
I wouldn't say it's expensive. I would say it's a necessity to invest and have it part of your marketing wheel. It depends. I work on clients that could spend $10,000 per month on PR coverage, or you may just want to invest $500 to $1,000 just to do a small marketing campaign. So there are ways to suit every budget, but it's not cheap. But at the same time, it is a necessity to get the exposure, to really let people know who you are and what you do, because you may have a great product or service, a great business or a story, but if no one knows about that and you want to get to those next levels, PR is what can take you there.
100% agree with you on that. And like you touched on the point earlier about having to invest in order to get a solid return, right?
Yes, and I have got no problems asking clients to pay $6,000 to $10,000 to work with me over a month to 3 month period, because I have invested tens and tens of thousands of dollars in my own personal brand, in my own media coverage, in my own PR, and I really do walk the walk, talk the talk. All of the services I provide, I have done them myself. I have myself as an example, and I've got hundreds of clients as well that I have worked with who have had success stories through working with me as well.
Amazing. So And I can testify to that as well, because I know that you're one of those people that will try and test something out on yourself first and then roll it out to the bigger market, which is
I
exactly what we
always
do.
do myself first and then I take it to my clients.
So what would somebody need to know in order to get started in, if they were considering PR, what would they need to know?
First, let's talk about some of the misconceptions, because it's really important people understand what PR is and what PR isn't. And that comes to return on investment. And this is what does hold a lot of people back, because there are misconceptions around it. So with lead generation, it's like putting an ad out on Facebook or doing a Google ad, and you know that ad is going to bring you in lots of leads that may convert to sales. That is what PR isn't. PR isn't you put $1 in and you get $2 out. What PR does, it gives you third person credibility. You are piggybacking off media and publications that have already got big names for themselves and have already built their reputations. So when you get media coverage and PR, it really spotlights your products, your service, client testimonials, your brand story, and it puts that into written credibility. And then the publications you are published to give you third person credibility. You also dominate Google when anyone wants to give you an opportunity, when anyone wants to collaborate, joint venture, give you a work or job placement. They are going to search your name on Google. So we help you to rank one on Google, Google News, YouTube. And it also gives the clients marketing tools then to share on their social media, tweet about it, share on Instagram that they have just been featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, on Fox, NBC, ABC, Business Insider. And they can add it to their website. They can use logos on the signature of their email. This is all building credibility and authority, which is known that when you have these kind of logos backing you, you will convert sales a lot easier. But also the exposure you get and the visibility, it really brings new readership to you, which is going to help you to attract clients with the trust that these publications give you. So although PR is not you put $1 in and you put $2 out like a conversion ad, what PR is, even 2-3 years down the line, someone could still find you on an interview. Someone could just stumble on your article and you could pick up premium clients. You could sell products, services, even 2 or 3 years down the line, because unlike a conversion ad, what will disappear once the ad finishes, PR, digital media is a permanent footprint of you, your brand story, your products and services. It doesn't just disappear, Rahini.
It stays on, like literally as long as the internet stays on.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I still get comments on my videos from like several years back and people checking them out. You never know who is watching, and the world is constantly evolving. And I think that's what's great about having the right PR, is that you never know when people will find you and follow up with you. And Mark, you mentioned at the beginning of that, like you made a really good point, that there are some misconceptions that people have when it comes to getting PR. Could you break those down for us?
I think the biggest one is the return on investment, as mentioned. All too often, entrepreneurs these days, they want a definite answer. Oh, you
Mm.
put $100 in, you make $500. And you are holding yourself back, having the misconception that there is no return on investment of public relations, digital media, and digital marketing. It's just a different approach. It's really building your brand reputation really quickly, building your profile as well. Perception is everything, and digital media can really give the perception that you want potential clients to have a view, and we can do that really, really quickly. There is a return on investment, and it can be very, very fruitful. I am testament to that. I have closed thousands and thousands of pounds, dollars, euros in sales through appearing in media. I have done collaborations, joint ventures, the opportunities that can open up. You will get more media coverage from being featured in publications that then leads to getting featured in more publications. Again, getting more reach, getting more exposure, getting more clients. So there is a return on investment, but it's not as simple as you put $100 in and get $500 out. That is the biggest misconception that holds people back from moving forwards with PR, but it is a necessity.
Yeah. And what other conceptions are there? Because I think a lot of people still tend to think of PR as just the written publications, don't they?
I think as well, people get confused with traditional PR agencies and what I do, which is digital media and digital marketing. So traditional PR, it can cost a very, very high amount of money, and you may feature in some great platforms, but very traditional media. But as soon as you have had your placement or feature, again, there is no footprint of it. Everyone is online, everyone is digital. So the platforms that we get you published to, it's fast, but it's better money for your dollar, pound, euro. You get more money, you get more value for the money you put in. It's fast, and it's a lot more economical than a traditional PR agency. And all that we do is a permanent record, a permanent footprint. The marketing tools that you get to share on your social media channels, that is lead generation in itself, because the articles, the interviews, the publications, they're doing the selling for you with the third person credibility. So I would say it's around traditional PR and what we do with digital media and marketing. We're more economic, and we're fast, and we're reliable, and it's a permanent record of the coverage that you have had. Also, what we do, I have an agency where I do have a team working around me, but I'm not like a big, huge PR agency, traditional PR, where they've got hundreds of staff. I am more of a solo entrepreneur. So you are working directly with me and my contacts. So it's a more personal, intimate relationship that we can build with our clients. I'm not hiding behind other people. I'm working with my clients one-on-one so that they get a really intimate personal experience, and I'm very high on values and customer service as well. I also have a huge database of really influential connections. So when you work with me, I connect you with the right people. I create opportunities through my address book and connect you with people that you need to be connected with as well.
I was going to say, like, how do people know, like, what PR avenues to go down? Like, how do they know, like, so let's say, for example, a business owner, they want PR, but they don't necessarily know how to go about deciding what PR is going to be best for them. How do you help them to decide that?
First, I always have a consultation with them, Rahini,
Yeah.
and there are certain things that I will ask the client. The kind of product and service, is it in tech, is it an app, are you an entrepreneur, who is your target audience, what age group are you trying to reach? These kind of things are really important so that we place them in the right kind of publications that are going to be best suited to the client. We want to know their brand story. What kind of message are they trying to get out to the world? We create all that for them, but it's really important we understand their needs and their goals and who they're trying to reach, and be really clear on the results that they will go on to achieve as well. You can't just feature in one publication and expect to have a big ROI. It's a great start, but you do have to have a more detailed plan, a better strategy in place so that you get better results. So we really do an in-depth consultation with the client so all of their goals and needs get met.
Amazing, amazing. So I love the detail that you go into with your clients, and you really help them through like the end to end kind of process. So I think when you're starting out doing PR on your own, you can feel a little bit lost, can't you? Because there's so much information out there. And I think having somebody to help and guide you through it, it's just a breath of fresh air, isn't it?
So there are a few ways that I like to work with my clients. First, I'm all about building the client's profile. If you remember me, and I know you do, Rahini, from a few years ago,
Yeah.
I've completely changed my own profile. So there are certain things you can do to really build up your profile using the power of media coverage, piggybacking off publications' reputations, taking advantage of their logos. So I like to build clients' profiles. I like to create their brand story in written form and then get it into the right publications where their audience and target market is going to get them. I like to get them more traffic to their websites, and that's another great thing that we do. All of the articles have backlinks into the client's articles, so everything backlinks to their websites or call to actions. Building their Google presence so they're on page one of Google, Google News, YouTube, giving them marketing tools to promote them. But then I promote them to all of my network as well, and I've got hundreds of thousands of people in my own personal network as well.
Mark, you
And
mentioned a really good point there in point number two about storytelling. Storytelling when it comes to any marketing like strategy is so powerful. But when it comes to storytelling for brands in PR, what exactly does that look like? Does it look like them telling their backstory, or like just telling a narrative about who they are? What does that look like?
well, the secret is, Rohini, it's everyone has their own personal story. So for some people, it might be great for them to share their backstory. And there is always some kind of backstory in there.
Mm.
But it could be an announcement, it could be a new product launch, a celebration, a testimonial of results that you are getting from the product and service that you provide. But the secret is we can make stories around any business, any brand, we can be really creative to create a great story that will then go out and be a good placement in media.
I love it. Mark, I know that we've only scratched the surface when it comes to getting really awesome global coverage, but unfortunately, we do have to wrap it up here. So, Mark, I really, really appreciate your time, your nuggets of wisdom as well. And guys, for those of you watching, if you have any questions for Mark, drop them in the comment section below. And if you're watching on the replay, let us know. And if you still have questions on the replay, drop them in the comment section and Mark will be more than happy to follow up with them for you as well. And if you'd like to also be interviewed and be on the show, drop me an email below. You can see the email scrolling along on the ticker there. That's it from us for this week, guys. Really appreciate you guys being here and joining us and watching as well. See you next Thursday, 7 p.m. GMT time. Take care.
Bye for now.